to my channel, welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to the Wave Gang. As you guys can tell by the title of today's video, we will be cooking together, or rather cooking with me, whichever one you want to call it. And I know I look a bit crusty and whatever, but that's besides the point. We're not here to look at me. So I also know I promised to upload an unboxing video of my new ring light, but when filming and editing the video I just didn't feel it. Like, I just felt like you guys were gonna be so bored, and yeah, so I just deleted everything. But I managed to leave at least one footage so that you guys can see at least what was going on, and I'll add it in right now. Okay, so I've just assembled it now. So this is how it looks. This is how I look when it's off, and then when I switch it on I look like this. So this is, I think this is the highest it can go. Wait, let's check. Yeah, this is the highest it can go, and then this is the lowest, which I feel like it's so pointless. So yeah, this is the highest it can go, and then you can also change temperatures, so it can go from this warm light nyana, see, yeah, this is the warm temperature, if I can call it that, and this is the highest, and then this is the lowest it can go to. And then this is another one. This is the one that I like personally. It's like, let's just say it's the cool light. So yeah, that's how it looks. So my videos are gonna have proper lighting now. So yeah, that's how everything unfolded on that day. So before we get into the video, please subscribe to my channel, like to all my videos, and comment down below what else you'd like to see on my channel. So obviously the first thing you do is wash your hands, which I know I didn't show, but I definitely washed them and sanitized. So you pour water in a pot, and you add some oil and some salt. And I know I didn't use proper measurements, but I just winged it. And then when your water is quarter to being hot and starting to boil, you can add in your pasta or macaroni, whatever you want to call it. And once that's done, you start chopping your onions and your bell peppers. You can use any type of bell peppers, any color I meant, but on that day I just used yellow because that was the only peppers we had. But you can use red, green, or is it orange? I think, yeah, one of those. Once you finish chopping, you can add in your onions and peppers into a pot which that has oil. Normally people would put it when the oil is already hot, but I decided to put it in before it was even hot. And then what I also do is add in a spice, just so that it can have flavor, you know. And the peppers also add flavor as well, instead of just using plain onions. So once your onions start cooking or frying, whatever you want to call it, you start adding in your mince. And yeah, just add in your mince. I know I added a lot, like anyways, you add in your mince, and then what I do normally is chop it into pieces, which you'll see coming up right now, into small little pieces, and then leave it to cook a little. Check up on your macaroni as well, so that it doesn't get burnt, or like, yeah, because sometimes it or it gets burnt at the bottom of the pot. So make sure you stir well so that it doesn't get burnt. So I'm grating some cheese right now, and I mixed the cheeses or cheese, whatever you want to call it. The white cheese is the mozzarella, and the orange cheese is the regular cheddar cheese. Okay. So I mix it in. You don't have to. You can if you want to. I just like it that way, and you'll see the reason why I am grating the cheese. So remember I mentioned earlier that I leave the mince so it can be brown, then I'll season it after. So now it's brown enough for me to season it. So I used barbecue spice and some curry powder, but in all honesty, you can use any spices you want as long as it tastes good. I know you guys are most probably like, yo, le means I mhlophe, or it's so plain. But yeah, the spices still have to mix with one another, if I can say that, and mingle. So now I'm adding in the curry powder, which I spoke about. As I mentioned earlier that you must always check up on your macaroni, that's what I'm doing right now, because as I said, it tends to get burnt at the bottom. So always stir it, because this thing cooks within like 5 minutes if I'm not mistaken. So the mince seemed a bit too dry, so I added in some water just so that it can have more flavor, if I can say that, or just look more juicy. So once the mince is cooking properly, I add some tomato paste. So once the macaroni has cooked, you turn down the stove, and then I add some milk just so I can make it into a little mac and cheese, and that's the reason why I also grated the cheese earlier on. So I'm a cheesy person who loves cheese, so I hope that makes sense. So you just add in your cheese and your milk, and you just stir until the macaroni just seems cheesy. So after like 2 minutes, you can now turn off your stove, and hopefully your macaroni is cheesy like mine. So this is just the video of me fooling around. This is like what I like to do whilst waiting for the food to cook. So I'm listening to Kista by Vocalistic and Vigro Deep. So right now I'm going to be using the Royco Recipe base for Bolognaise, sorry. This just makes the mince more, or thickens the mince, if I can say that. So whilst that's done, you just leave the mince to thicken for like 2 minutes, and then you are done. Now it's time to dish up.